Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or up-country routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221-1668.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
I get it. Albaka.
Albaka, important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la sto.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. Nsila ID soto.
Sorry. I get it.
Bijan bro.
Albaka.
Mbaka.
Bara alla service o tariya. Mbare ki janna nun kunu bara tariya.
Janno mi yona forest de bureau. Gambia tonkon na no mbari ya bere. Birim koyna fo kato.
Bari si kodo kino kato ni fo bolong blabe to.
56 branches mola sota Gambia jam.
Ha?
Gambia kono anin Gambia bantala bankol. Nko kono kiya bere to. Kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta même na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw. Jannam number 1 di nyonta. Andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale. Wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi manin domorol dil fana beteat. Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je.
Wo moy o diat ha.
Apelenta
baraka ni lafta nyelen kendol e bina.
Yalo bukani la ko la baraka ba.
Yalo ndel ciosano lo.
Abaraka.
Jah Oil is Gambia's leading dealer when it comes to fuel and has made it a duty to satisfy our customers at all costs. Vehicle owners and drivers need not to worry about getting quality and affordable fuel anymore. That is the reason we have our branches spread all over the country for easy access. For good and clean fuel, the only place to go is Jah Oil. Your need for good and durable petrol, gasoline and kerosene has been covered by Jah Oil, so you need not to worry. Walk to any of our branches and get served to satisfaction. With Jah Oil, your satisfaction is our priority. That is why we have branches at your doorstep to make accessibility easy for you. With our professional and friendly staff, we can assure you satisfaction. To get the best fuel for your engines, the only place to go is Jah Oil. With Jah Oil, it's all enjoyment. That is why we are offering you low charges at our stations on the Coastal Road and Banjul. For more information, you can call 770-8080, 322-9070, 714-7273, or 387-1321. Jah Oil, the pride of the nation.
Hello and welcome to the brunch on Kerfatu Live. I'm Lavin Chang. This week we bring you representatives from the APRC and the APRC No to Alliance and the Gambia Democratic Congress. And in the next 1 hour or so, we will catch up with developments in all those political parties or movements. This is the brunch where we look at the headlines and the views behind them over the last 7 days. So straight away, I'm glad to introduce in the studio Councillor Essa Colley, who is from the No to Alliance. He is the Administrative Secretary #1, or rather he's the executive member of the No to Alliance and also Councillor for Summit Award. Welcome.
Thank you very much.
Good. And next to him is Ebrima Nyang. He is Administrative Secretary #1 of the Gambia Democratic Congress. Mr. Nyang, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chow. It is a pleasure to be here.
And Abdou Badjan is Administrative Secretary #2 of the APRC. Gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chow. It's
Good.
a pleasure having me here.
Thank you. Now, like I said, over the next 1 hour or so, we will like to know developments in your various political groups with regards to the coming elections. The APRC, of course, we know, starting with you, Mr. Badjan, has been known to be in an alliance with the governing National People's Party over the last presidential election or so. And the last time we heard from you, party, was that you will engage in consultations with your people, that's the membership from Carton to Quena, to look at the possibility of staying in that coalition, if that's what your people so desire, or going on your own, or perhaps maybe joining another group of political parties. So let's begin by asking you, what are your preparations for the elections?
Thank you so much, Mr. Cham. Once again, thank you to all the viewers. Welcome to Kerfatu, the brunch. First and foremost, before I proceed, may I please, actually, I believe this is not the platform to put those, to regularize those status, but just to set the record straight and for the viewers, we have only one APRC.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said no to alliance.
No, but you mentioned APRC, not alliance.
Okay.
We have only one APRC.
I don't want you to start a quarrel.
Yes, no, we don't quarrel. Let's just put this straight.
Okay,
Anyway. I believe we have only one APRC, and that's on record, and I believe all the viewers will agree to that. As pertaining to our programs in relation to the upcoming election for 2026, December 1st, APRC is, I believe we are firm, we are strong, we are moving, and according to our plans. And these plans, we are not magic, they were just proposed from our last Congress. And this was the Congress resolutions that we got from our Congress delegates, and we are working towards that. And in realizing those plans, we need to at least put up some strategies that's been the tax has been given to by the National Executive, by the Congress delegates, and which the National Executive did under the leadership of the Honorable Speaker, the Right Honorable Alhaji Fabakal from Manjata, with his National Executive Committee. We have put up the plans and spread those plans to our regional executives, our other structures, so they can be able to implement all those plans. And the plans are ongoing up to this moment. I believe 2026 election is going to be an interesting election, and APRC will partake, inshallah, in maybe maybe in different form.
Okay, we're gonna talk about those Congress resolutions that you said the executive have tasked themselves to implement and have passed it to the regional levels to work on it.
Right.
What are those resolutions? If you can share with the public.
Yes.
Not anything perhaps that is confidential.
No, I believe so. Anyway, each and every institution has a policy.
Yeah.
Each and every institution has a code of secrecy, and that I believe we are here to share our policy with the general public.
Exactly. Yeah.
And on that note, the highest decision-making body of any political party, I believe, is the Congress.
Okay.
And APRC is not an exception. We have the highest decision making from the Congress, and the Congress delegates all over the country will converge at one place so that they can give us the go ahead to implement certain programs for them.
Okay.
But to go into the nitty-gritties and far the strategic planning is concerned and how to implement those programs, the mandate is being given to the National Executive Committee. So based on that, we have been tasked to strategize how do we implement those plans from the various constituencies, the wards, the regional executives, and the delegates. And among them is to really strengthen the APRC grassroots.
To strengthen its grassroots.
Quite well. Sensitization, having some programs within the region, within the constituency, the wards, and various villages. And among them is to really to strengthen our youth sector. If you can realize, the youth sector is very, very, vibrant as far as APRC is concerned, under the leadership of Mr. Ebrima Nyang, and the women's sector in a different atmosphere that we organize in a form of a gala dinner, and which was very successful.
Well, before the Sinchu rally, most of your critics said they hardly believe you could do anything to strengthen the party when you are actually existing in the shadows of the NPP. I think until the Sinchu rally, not much has been heard of those activities you're talking about. People said you've been overshadowed in the shadow of the NPP. So are you telling me that from that Sinchu rally now, you're taking a different direction to assert the APRC's independence as a political entity?
Not necessarily from the Sinchu rally. This is well before the Sinchu rally.
Okay. Can you name me any rally you had before?
No, as far as an institution is concerned and a political party is concerned, it cannot only be judged by only a political
meeting.
No,
yes,
not at all.
That's true.
There's a lot of programs that you can be able to conduct without having a rally or without having a public
meeting. That's true.
And which APRC has been conducting has been doing for quite a long time.
Yes.
The Sinchu rally was a different atmosphere, and in fact it was not being organized by the entire party or the National Executive Committee. It was solely footed by the women and the youth sector, and more especially the women's sector. So it was just a wing of the party that's organized that rally, invite the National Executive Committee to be part of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's one of the activities we did. Coming to whether you have been overshadowed by NPP.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think this is different perception for people. You can have other perceptions. You have been overshadowed. We are doing that. Likewise, the NPP also they maybe have some critics that will be saying that APRC is overshadowing them.
It's been said that they are learning all their lessons from you. You people are influencing them.
It may not be a mistake. As far as institutional memory is concerned.
What do they learn from you? The good tricks or the bad tricks? Critics,
yes, I believe they will learn from the good tricks.
The good tricks,
because if you are learning, you want to learn for better.
Your critics of the NPP said wherever they go bad, they got that advice from the APRC. What do you think of it?
Yeah, as you rightly mentioned, they are the critics. Critics doesn't mean that it's just like propaganda. It doesn't mean that whatever you criticize or whatever you propaganda could be true. Yeah.
So when you taught them all the good strategies to win elections, they learned that from you?
No, we cannot say we taught them all.
Because they were new, they are not experienced.
No, but the players,
APRC people taking pride that they are the ones who show the way to the NPP how to campaign effectively.
Not entirely.
I heard people say that.
Yeah, you may hear people saying that, but take this from me, this is official. Not entirely. The players of NPP as an institution or as a party may be new.
Yeah, inexperienced at the time, especially
as
in 2021.
As an institution, may be new. But as far as the players in the field, may not be new.
But they were in UDP then?
I don't know. So maybe in UDP or other political parties. But for sure they are not new.
Yeah,
as far as their players are concerned.
But they are not as experienced as APRC. They learn a lot from you. You can't discount the fact that they learn from you.
Excuse me, institution, they may learn from us.
Okay.
But as far as the players are concerned, they have been in the field for quite a long time.
I see.
Yeah.
Okay. Now you said the elections will be very interesting. APRC might participate in a different way. Does that in any way suggest that this time round you may put up a candidate of your own?
I think almost the entire Gambian populace is waiting to hear officially what APRC is going to do.
Yes, interesting.
It's going to be very interesting.
Very interesting.
But first and foremost, may I please recall the minds of viewers that APRC from the first word, Alliance A.
Alliance for Patriotic Reconstruction. Orientation and construction. The alliance. We ally. We are ready to ally. I see.
That's alliance.
So you already have.
From the words, the onset, APRC is ready to ally with who?
Now that's the question.
Patriotic people. Patriotic people. Patriotic individuals. Patriotic institutions. Patriotic groups. Associations. Okay. We want to ally with them. For what? Reorientation. To orient the mindset of Gambians that Gambia, we can do it, and Gambians are capable of doing it, and yes, we can do it. And this has been manifested during our tenure of 20 years of in power.
And then construction.
And construction. And we have been constructing.
I've never had a better description of it.
This is it. And we have been constructing. So APRC coming to alliance with any other party or any other institution is not something new. It's just the people's perception or the understanding from the onset that people don't really understand what APRC stands for.
You still don't answer the question. Can we suggest, or can we expect that for them to run their own campaign and come up their own flag bearer?
It's on table.
Premature.
It's on table.
Okay.
But this couldn't be verified except until the APRC, as we know, yes, people may criticize that we are not democratic, but as far as the institution is concerned, we run democratically. On that note, we have a democratic process. We also have an institutional system that we follow, and one of the most interesting institutional process that we follow, we always listen, especially the party leader and the chairman. Always like to listen to the masses, to the party militants. He cannot make any confirmed decision without listening to them. However, he will also start to share his view with them. But he must listen to them first. They interact, they socialize, so that they can build something together that will be beneficial to everybody.
Okay. It's been said perhaps you will start consulting people. How often? How soon do you think you want to do that?
I think this was overdue, well overdue. We plan to have a nationwide tour consultation well before the Ramadan. Unfortunately, yes. Unfortunately, due to the busy schedule of our party leader and chairman at the helm of affairs at the National Assembly, we are not able to do it. In fact, we plan 2 weeks before Ramadan, so that at least we can go and see how people, discuss with them.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, fortunately enough, he traveled for national duty, and he's even currently there.
He's in Malawi.
He's in Malawi. They are traveling from Malawi today to Addis and back to Gambia tomorrow.
Yeah.
We are praying that he has a successful flight back home.
Commonwealth job.
And in fact, let me use this opportunity to congratulate him and his team for a wonderful and a successful, one of the most successful National Assembly trips they had
in Malawi.
In Malawi.
That was a bilateral Commonwealth through the Commonwealth program.
I think it's a bilateral.
Oh, okay, yes. Yeah, that was good. I saw some National Assembly members and the clerk in that. Okay, we will come back to the APRC. Let's go to the GDC. Ebrima Nyang.
Yes.
You have been in the news, or your party for that matter, brandishing or all sort of ideas about how a coalition of opposition parties should be. How far and what is the approach of the GDC towards coalition building, opposition coalition building?
Thank you so much, and my regards once again to all the beautiful listeners, including the other two guests from the No to Alliance and the APRC.
I think you two also have a history with the APRC.
Yeah, we did, and it was a very, 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 very successful history. Yeah, a very nice and a disciplined one. That's why still now that relationship is there.
The GDC came from the APRC.
From the APRC, indeed.
And you are the one who stole their votes in 2021.
Without a doubt, we did. But we we also mega in the last presidential election.
Okay.
That is not Alliance and
and
the GDC. We are together during the presidential campaign.
Okay.
And they played their part very well. It was just unfortunate that we could not secure what we are looking for. But alhamdulillah, the relationship continues. Yeah, so in regards to your question about forming a coalition, which we welcome as a political party, because I always say this, that what is more guaranteed is to have all the oppositions together, at least have one candidate that all of us can fight together. We can share our resources together. Our manifestos can be brought together for the interest of this country. I believe that is more guaranteed. But that does not also rule out that no single party can defeat Barrow.
Well, that is, I mean, the jury is out on that, and that is not possible for one single political party to defeat Barrow. Why do you think differently?
No. Yes, because I believe it is still now very possible, depending on what we are working towards as an individual political parties. People will say GDC is far removed from such a possibility. Yes, but I will also respect their opinion. But going by historical facts, I believe since the party was established in 2016, we contested and we came third position. 2021 we contested and we came third position. So I don't know what yardstick did they use to position the party to a level lower than what the historical facts are saying. So basically that's why I will respect their opinion, but I believe that the party is more positioned today to win an election compared to 2016 and now, because we know what we are working towards. We know the number of people that we are receiving daily that are coming from the ruling party, including other political parties. And politics is about statistics. And we know that we have developed massively when it comes to the growth of the party because of the number of people that are leaving their parties.
These across. You don't even have a councillor.
These across. No, we have a councillor. We have a councillor. Yes.
He hasn't defected already.
No. The only one defected. That was in Gambisara Ward.
But you have one now.
No. We have more than one. We have in.
You used to have 15.
We have in Jokadu, CRR. We have a councillor there, and LRR by the name Sira Balde. So she's on her second term. So but where we are looking at as a political party is whether we are growing from the last elections or not.
Yes,
and we have realized a growth from the last councillorship elections up to where we are.
Across
because
the
remember,
or in specific areas.
Yes, remember where GDC was considered to be its strongholds during the last parliamentary election. The party did not perform as expected, but the votes increased from the presidential to the parliamentary. And the same momentum also continues. That's why even in, for example, Jimara constituency, it is two wards where you have the Gambisara wards, where you have the Julangel ward. Julangel ward is where the president lives. Then you have the other ward, that is the Gambisara. So we were able to secure the Gambisara ward. And even the Julangel ward, it was a push and pull. Because the results was first announced in favor of the GDC. So later on from nowhere, they said that, the results have been overturned. Now it is the NPP. So that push and pull was there until we, wanted to go to the courts to settle it. But, at the end of the day, that did not materialize. But simply now, if you add the two words together, you will realize that if tomorrow was a parliamentary election, GDC will secure that seat. Yes. And the same goes to
that's very daring. That's the president's backyard.
No, but remember,
the president considered that to be an embarrassment for you to win the Julangel.
So that was the problem. So that's why the result was overturned. Because to them it would have been the biggest insult.
You mean
the president?
You mean the result was overturned because they fear the president would be embarrassed that his own council have gone to the president?
When the president ward council, ward chairperson left, Ebrima Balde, I know you must have heard about that big noise.
There was a lot of defection.
So exactly. So when he left the NPP, and this person was the chairperson of the president's own ward. So when he left for the GDC, it was very tough for him. It was very tough for the members of the GDC, especially those that lived in Jimara constituency. So, his motor bicycle was taken from him. So later on, we bought a bicycle and give a motorcycle, give it to him. So the first lady with his convoy came. They wanted to meet him. That was impossible. That was when we decided to, take him all the way to here. so that at least he can take a time rest at power. So, you know, it was that push and pull.
So it was a big fish who defected.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, because it was an embarrassment. Because I think this did not happen during Jawara's time, not during Jammeh's time, but happening now during President Barrow's time. So your old word can slow. So, you know, it was something
but
that
your parliamentary aspirant in that area also defected.
I like so. To where?
I thought he defected. That's what I heard. You want to say he hasn't defected?
He's back with us.
He's back?
Yes, for your information.
Yeah.
He's back with us. I know this to come. He will make a public declaration on that. He's already back. He's already back. He met with the GDC party leader, and you know, they have talked about it. He's welcome back to the party.
Really?
Yeah, indeed. That's why I said the party is gaining momentum because we are going by statistics and we are realizing a very big growth as far as the party is concerned.
What about in Basse?
In Basse, yes.
Yeah, I mean, Jimara, the Basse constituency.
Yes.
How is that place? Because I had that place a no-go area when it comes to the opposition.
No, currently there is no-go area for GDC in this country.
There's no place that's a no-go area?
Yes, currently. Because we know what we are working towards. Even if you were following the GDC activities, you will realize by then.
You used to be strong in Jokado. You're not anymore. In the Nyaminas. Not anymore. In Sanja.
No, this is what I'm telling you. In Jokado, when we went for the by-election, remember NPP won the seat. But when we come back for the last local government election, we took back our seat. So remember, everything that we have lost, we are trying to take it back. And that is that is going to include the presidency in 2026.
Oh, really?
Yes, I'm very positive about
it. Okay, you did not answer my question about your perspective, your party's perspective on coalition building.
Yes, we are very open to coalition building.
The UDP's position, for example, is that they don't want to go for any convention.
Yeah,
they basically want all the opposition to come to them in the sense that they are the biggest. That's their logic. They are the biggest when it comes to political party, opposition political party. Therefore, they think it is only logical that smaller ones follow them. You don't believe that is logical?
No, for us, in any coalition that we are getting into, we are not imposing our candidate in any negotiation, but we are also not allowing any political party to impose their candidate on the GDC.
And that's where the critics say that's where the problem is.
Because
the problem in building a coalition. If all of you said you're not going to accept each other's candidate, where will you end?
No. We can accept another candidate. Another candidate.
But that's as long as it's not imposed.
Yes, exactly. And so that's the position of the party.
What do you mean by being imposed? Like coming with your candidate and said, this is ours or no?
In any negotiation that we are going to, we are going there to sell honorable candidate. If there is a possibility for him to lead, he will lead. If there is no possibility for him to lead, we can follow a candidate. But we cannot go to a coalition talks that will dictate us that it's going to be candidate A or no negotiation. No, we want to get to a table where every party will believe that I have the opportunity to take the lead, but I also have the opportunity to be led. So this is our understanding in any coalition.
You mean the UDP is therefore not right to say categorically that we are not going to convention. We want our party leader to be the flag bearer. You mean they were wrong?
No, that's a rigid condition. That's a very rigid condition.
They are not flexible. They are not.
They are not. And I believe that is not the way forward. And it's not even a respect towards other political parties. Okay. Because remember, your party alone cannot do it. So you need other political parties.
But you just said that you just said that you believe one party can do it.
No. What I'm trying to say is, if you go by the historical facts, because they have tried. Remember, 1996. 2006. There was not. They did not take part. 2011, there was United Front. They did not take part. But what I'm saying is, that's why I said, what is more guaranteed is all of us coming together. So what I know is, what is even more guaranteed across all political parties is for all of us coming together. So for that being the case, I believe they need parties, and parties also need them. But now, if you want to take a permanent position in this negotiation, that is not even negotiation. That is not even negotiation.
It's a non-starter.
Yeah, it's a non-starter. Because what I believe is, let's accord respect to all parties. Even if a party got 100 votes in the last elections, remember that you still need those 100
even
votes.
one
because
vote.
Remember, one vote can make a difference.
Can make a difference.
Because we are dealing with simple majority. So that means everybody counts. But we cannot get to a negotiation where you are not ready to be flexible.
Oh, okay.
You know, that is not the way.
So even if the UDP is flexible tomorrow and said, okay, all right, despite what we said, we're still willing to talk. Because on the Apex, that's the body I just had.
Yes.
Apex.
Yes, DA Jao and others.
We saw that some politicians sign up to the negotiations. Despite the UDP's position, they sign up to the negotiations.
No, I think they signed before the UDP position.
Okay. So it was signed before the UDP
made their position. Yes.
So you mean that then the Apex will not make any headway then?
No, it's going to be difficult. I'm telling you, with any coalition, that UDP will be with the same position. So I believe they should revisit their positions and know that we are getting to something that is not about party candidate, but it's about the country. Since it's about the country, and here for 2026, I also believe candidate counts. Yes, candidate counts. We need a candidate that can be embraced not only by the oppositions, but including the APRC of Fabakari, including the GMC, including even the NPP supporters, because that is more guaranteed. So we need a candidate that is accepted by the majority of the Gambians or majority of the voters, because once they can see themselves in the candidate that is to lead the coalition, I believe all of them, they will rise to embrace it. So because times is different from the 2016 to now. Because remember, the 2016 was more about our freedom, was more about to get the voice to speak about issues. So that was it. So, but for this one, it's quite different. Irrespective of what anybody can say tomorrow.
Have you in the GDC start talking to anybody?
Yes, we took part in the this one, Coalition for System Change. Okay. I was a representative on behalf of the party with our logistic manager. So that was the first meeting. It was more of an orientation. So we attended it. I also made a 6-minute statement calling for parties to come together and know that we are not doing it for anybody, because this is what the masses want. And indeed, we are politicians and we want to work for the people. And now if we see that majority of the Gambians want oppositions to come together so that at least we can do it for them.
Yeah.
So I believe we should honor their call, because they are the one that are financing the parties. They are the one that are running after us. They are the one that are to vote for us. And I believe if we fail to come together, it's possible that maybe their confidence along the way, maybe most of them will be with the conviction that, they cannot win. So why not I just go and cast my vote for Barrow? So that's why it is very important for us to come together for the sake of this country, because we all agreed as oppositions. That's why none of us decided to join the incumbent.
Yes.
Because we believe that, where the direction in which they are governing the country is what we are not happy with.
That which brings to my mind the people who make the point that, all right, unless you people can bring your common interest on the table, each of you, they said the opposition is quarreling among themselves more than they are quarreling with the governing party. Yeah. At the moment, yes, that's true. Is that not the case?
Indeed, it is not healthy within the oppositions, because I believe the objective should be one. And the objective is, let us direct all our bullets to the NPP. Because at the end of the day, before we can bring any meaningful change, we must force unseat Barrow. And this will build a new system. So if we see that the fight is within the oppositions, it is not even progressive. It is not at all. So, any opposition that I believe is involved in it, let them decision it. Because I believe it's not the way forward. We should try and build that cordial relationship, whereby we can at least, be there for each other. We can be somebody's, brother's keeper. So this is what we believe. We should build a very convenient environment, whereby we can sit together, we can discuss issues, we can map the way out on this. Okay. But fighting among ourselves, indeed, that should be the last thing that will happen. And since, the NPP, they are in alliance already. Okay. And I can see, they are trying to build that more. Yes, consolidate. Do you understand? To have that fruitful relationship whereby they can discuss issues more, to see how best at least they can beat the oppositions in 2026 election. Yeah. So if oppositions are fighting, obviously that will be very disheartening to hear.
Okay.
And I believe,
and that's what is happening so far. Okay, let's cross over to the No to Alliance, because I've been told that never should I mention that they are APRC, but No to Alliance. The last time we had something about you were trying to hold a meeting, I guess, and you ran into trouble with the police, and you always insisted that the police always comes They always pounce on you and seize your rights to hold political rallies or political meetings. You've always quarreled that this is a violation of your constitutional rights. How far have you gone in now trying to organize even a meeting now? Do you now hold successful meetings without trouble, without any trouble?
Okay, assalamu alaikum, and then good afternoon to listeners and viewers. And then let me take this opportunity first to send the greetings to our deputy party leader and the members of the APRC North Alliance. And then,
well, you know, you're
yes, yeah, that is the perception.
So that's the opinion of Badjan.
For me, my opinion, we are APRC and we are not alliance with MPP. Let me make it clear. This is what some people always get it wrong, because I've been hearing people saying.
So you mean
they said they are not, they are not alliance, but if in the year that they formed, that was the year they went in alliance with the GDC. So to make the record straight, to clarify, the North Alliance, people just make it short to say North Alliance, but here the North Alliance with MPP.
So you mean you are one family?
We are one family. We are APRC.
Your fundamental
but
difference.
Our problem is we don't want to be in alliance with MPP.
That's the only problem.
That's the only problem.
You mean that's the only problem?
I think
That's
Mr. Chairman,
But it has been argued legally that the Independent Electoral Commission, which is the body that certifies, recognizes, and grants status of political parties to any group in the Gambia, they legitimized and certified and recognized only the faction led by, or only the one that's led by Fabakary Tombojang. So anybody else calling himself APRC is doing so illegally. Why would you just merge on and just stick your place, no to alliance, and leave APRC?
No. What about is, for the IEC, for them, they are the one, I can say they are the referee here.
Yeah.
So if and then also what they are banging on is like Fabakary is the one having the legitimate, document of the party, and then what they have is Fabakary is their party leader. And we don't dispute that.
Congress.
Yes, we don't dispute that. They may have it. I don't know because I'm not working with the IEC. But then I can also, test to you that the last Congress before that, what it came to us, it was like when they went to our Congress and they came and they hear Jami is their party leader, what we have. It only came when there is this issue of North Alliance, and then let's go for alliance, let's not go for alliance. It came to be like, okay, for those people, factions that are saying they are not going with MPP, then they are the one not having this they are illegitimate.
So much about
those
it.
with are illegitimate one. That's how it is. Okay. But I can assure you, we are one. We are all APRC. If we got even, I've already shown of both of us here. When he arrived, I arrive.
Okay.
At the gate there, we arrive together. That means we are all together.
Okay.
All one.
So much about this identity. Let's go straight into your problems. I mean, you contested when you went to No Alliance. You contested at parliamentary level, and you won all the 5 seats in Fonyi.
Yes.
Defeating those who supported Mr. Badjan's side. But since then, we have had defections. Well, we don't want to call it defections, but in the case of Ami Colley, that's certainly a defection. Bakari Bagi said he's going to go solo. He's in defiance of your group. So it looks now that the NPP, and recently the NPP won a by-election in the council election for Bantanja. Doesn't this indicate that you are losing whatever popularity you have there?
Thank you very much for bringing that issue. In fact, this is one of the reasons why we will never want to be allied with the MPP when they are the ruling party.
Okay.
Because, as I said, we are not saying that we are not going to ally with anybody. We have to ally with any
opposition.
But aligning, going for alliance with the MPP, with the ruling party,
that's a no-go area.
It means you are just that is a gentle way of killing your party. Because the moment you alliance with the ruling party, at the end of the day, you will mention here what perception of people about the APRC, and they can tell you. Now look at what happened. What we are running from is exactly what is happening. If the MPP can go to Bantanjang, where nobody can dispute that the APRC stronghold is Fonyi. If the MPP can go to Bantanjang and contest as an MPP and won there, when the APRC there, where are you putting the APRC right now? If that is happening now, then what we are running from the onset is now happening, because this is what our concern is going to alliance with the MPP, in the long run, they will kill our party, a party that ruled this country for 22 years. A party came within 5 years, you align with that party,
So
and that party naturally, wipe you out, and then, and this is happening.
If I understand you,
Yes.
you people's biggest problem with allying with the governing NPP is the fact that it's going to kill the APRC.
It's going to kill the APRC, and secondly, we feel that the status quo is not good. When you have your own party as an opposition, what your perception and your feeling is the status quo is not good. So if you run to the status quo that you describe as bad, so what are you? So this is it.
So you
are an every opposition. I believe you created your party, you have your movement, whatever, because you want to unseat the one that is there, because you feel it's not doing good. Now, in the last minute of before election, you run to join him. That doesn't tell well. That put more, in fact, raise more question on your credibility, or more question on your integrity, because you said you went round, because the APRC, even the one that he's talking about here with Fabakari, yes, went round before early 2016, 2017, describing Barrow, how Barrow's government is and everything, at the end of the day, before 2021, and you want to join him. And when you are joining him, you did not tell us why you are joining him. And you said, I'm joining Para because I think it's better. Better for what? For who? For better for the country or better for yourselves? That's what we are asking. Because you have already told us how bad that government is. And we have already seen it. Clearly that government is bad for us. And then now you came back and say we are going to, join him. If you join him, then the question still go back to you. Why are you joining this man again? Because this is the guy that you already described as bad as, So, but today you join him.
Okay.
So we as North Alliance, we don't have the belief that the opposition that is already created to unseat a president or to unseat the ruling party should join the ruling party again.
So you mean that's how you describe the...
No, that's how we describe.
That's the behavior
we
of
have seen, and this is that decision, and that perception, nothing changed. We are still on our course. Yes.
What do you make of suggestions that the division within the APRC only weaken the party? You guys don't have strength. Maybe they may not have strength as it should be. So what should be the condition if you are going to accept to come back, or them coming back for a united APRC? What do you think? How could it be possible?
Yes, I believe that if we weaken the party, nobody can dispute that, because when we have 2 or 3 people together and one person left, it means you are minus. That is true. But then we also pray that one day we will also come together and see each other and then know why we are talking about. I believe some of them started seeing what we are talking about since. Yes, you can see. You can see them. They cannot do anything without MPP. Even mentioned here, they were planning to go for a nationwide tour. They could not, because I know if the MPP don't put their hands in what they are doing, they cannot do anything. For us, we are doing it either by ourselves, voluntarily doing, because we want that party to still continue moving. We don't want the party to die in natural death because of we allied with the NP. And I asked this question, and he's here, and I want him to answer. Okay. So you see, you asked that question in Fonyi, where you have defections. Yes, it is not pleasant for us to vote someone and then at the end of the day it defect and went to MPP. Yes, but also we respect that because it's their political rights. Yes, the MP you mentioned is my own sister. Yes,
do you think it's the decision of the parliamentarians themselves, or do you think they enjoyed and their electorate share that opinion for them to join that decision to join the NPP? For example, if there is a by-election today, do you think Ami will still be re-elected?
It's going to be interesting anyway. So my whether Ami will still come and contest as MPP or the APRC will come and contest as APRC, that is that I don't know. Because here, still, I'm going back to what I said. The reason why we said no, because of that. If a North Alliance in Parliament sits and then have the belief that if I don't go to MPP, that is not good for me, it means then, and this is from APRC, and there's already APRC. In fact, the chairman of the West Coast region for APRC is in that constituency. If that MP could not have even the trust and the zeal to join that APRC and say, I came to join with you to work with the government, and he went to join MPP purely, then the question is still there. Where is the APRC that we are talking about in food?
What do you mean? What if that APRC is already in coalition with NPP? So she's just following them.
That is what I said. That's why we said we are running from the NPP killing our party. That's another way of killing the party. It happened in my constituency when the MP defected and he went to NPP. We went to Bantanjang where we were having our North Alliance councillor who died. He passed away. May God, may his so rest in peace. And then we came back for by-election. The APRC North Alliance brought their, someone to contest. But then, before, it was contested by Fabakari during that election before. But this one, they could not even have a candidate. The MPP have to go and contest that election. And during that campaign, you could see in the whole of Fonyi, when they are campaigning, you see what I'm talking about. You hardly see a native of that area even speaking from the APRC. During the campaign, anybody that spoke is from the MPP in this campaign. So those with the APRC Fabakari have not been seen. Them are only see sometimes you see some people making comments and
they've been swallowed by NPP.
But they are totally swallowed by the MPP. And you see this in the next elections. I'm telling you, this is why we said our position still remain the same. We are not aligned with the MPP, but let nobody say that the APRC not aligned. Say they are not aligning with any party. That is wrong.
Okay. What about you?
NPP
what would be the attitude of the NPP, the APRC, or let's say the NATO alliance in the opposition talks? For what I know, you people have been kept as pariah. No opposition even want to deal with you publicly. Will you be willing to join the opposition coalition?
See,
have you been contacted even?
Anyway, not to my knowledge, but then I know we have our own plan. Every party have your own plan. So
if
we have our own plan, and our plan is 2026 to contest the presidential election.
If you are contacted by any of the opposition groups, would you be willing to take part in the coalition building, opposition coalition building?
As I said, there is no party that will reject the coalition. It's going to be whether based on the agreement that is going to be put on the table during the discussion. So we will welcome any party that come, even if the NPP want to come and say, now we want you to lead and we can welcome them.
But
they will not lead us. NPP for that one, NPP will not lead us. But other parties, that is the opposition. We are all we believe that we have the same aim and objective. Our objective and the aim is to unseat the sitting president that we think is not good for the purpose.
Okay.
So if there is any opposition running to the ruling party, this what we are seeing is normal, and it's not even common in the world where you see opposition going to join the ruling party.
Okay, there have been reports recently of arrest and trouble with the police when you try to organize meetings. What happened?
Yeah, these are tactics of trying to silence us, but it's also not a surprise for me. It was not a surprise, but
what happened actually?
Because it was said very clearly in one of the meetings in the tour, during the presidential tour, yes, at Block, where the president himself said, very soon all of them will be, not alliance, will be yes alliance by force.
Yes to alliance. Yes, I heard that.
He said that one.
Yeah, I heard.
And then, following just a week later, we had our meeting at our bureau, Marakisa. The police came and the dispatch was there.
So you mean
they came and the dispatch and said we cannot hold that meeting. That from the pronouncement that all of you will be yes and not by force. Wherever you gather now, will attack you.
Oh, so you mean they are just carrying out the president's...
He said it very clearly. So and then the only word that he used to make it nice is wherever you gather unlawfully. So unlawful gathering, what is unlawful gathering? What is wherever you gather unlawfully, we will attack you. Now, if we gather and then police come to attack us, it's not a surprise. We know that it's there. But then they cannot force us to come and say yes, we have to.
Did you seek police permit to do that?
No, the Public Order Act does not talk about having your own ordinary meetings.
No, when you use a public address system.
No, we don't use a public address.
You didn't use a PA system?
On what?
At any of the meetings, because that's a public order said. Actually, if you're using that, then you need permission.
We use a public. We use this one, a PS system
without permission.
Yeah, but it's a small one. That is, but in a compound anyway. But that is not useful. We have been expecting it, and we know it will come because he is the president, and if he said it, then he is ready to do it.
So you mean the police are carrying out?
Yes, are carried out, and they are just trying to carry out as the commander will tell them. Whenever they do that, we ask them, they will tell them it's from the top.
How many people among you people have been arrested?
2.
They still been held?
Yes, they're still there.
As we speak?
That is why the guy that we are speaking with could not make it up.
Oh, some of the people should have been here.
That is, yes.
So they are going to secure their release?
They went to negotiate for their release at Banjul headquarters.
So what is happening? You people did not go according to the law by seeking and obtaining permission, and in that case, you naturally expect to clash with the police over that.
Yes, but the class, it happens on that day, that very day when they were asked for question, they were called for question, and they all went. What was given to us by the police on that day? That go back and tell your people to disperse. Yes, and then our people went back and told people you have to disperse because the police said they disperse, and they said the moment you ask people to disperse, we will release your people. You will release your disperse.
And that's what happened.
And that's what happened. When we asked them to disperse, they released them unconditionally. They asked nothing. They released and say go home.
So this one.
So Thursday they sent a message that they should answer to anti-crime unity.
The same people.
The same people. They went that you can see there's
Is that because you were trying to organize another unlawful meeting?
No. It's like there's no agreement. Or in fact, the police behave as if they don't know what they are doing.
Yeah, but if you went ahead to organize another gathering without permit,
no, they're not organizing it because the arrest is the same. It's pertaining to the same gathering that they were dispersed last time. The same thing, yes.
When they ask you to disperse,
you disperse
that day
and they release these people unconditionally.
And then you gather.
No, they don't gather. No. There's something like gathering again. From that meeting, there was no meeting. We even had the arrest and announcement on our platform that this Khalifa Jaju and the Lamin Sise were called to the police tomorrow. They are asked to go and answer to anti-crime unit at Banjul tomorrow. So they went there. From there, they are taken to Banjul. But their arrest still in connection with that meeting that was held at Badjan.
So you believe that the police and the government and President Barrow is trying to intimidate you by only since state security on you?
We must be yes alliance.
He said you have to be yes to
yes to be yes allowance.
But I think he said that is when you act on law.
Yeah, that's what he used that word to make it nice.
But you said he's in.
But we have not acted unlawfully. You know that. No.
Okay.
We have not been violent, and we have not gone outside the street to do what it was. Somebody. In fact, the meeting was even organized by the APRC North Alliance Executive of Sedimentary. And they organized, yes, Sedimentary War. They organized it and they invited people to go. It was a sport meeting. It was not even a rally, sport meeting. And I believe every party or every movement that is, gearing towards the election must have that meeting, sport meeting,
yes,
where you can convince people to join you, and you can also, talk to the people that you think maybe they want to go, or they are getting fed up with your party. These are the only way you can be able to keep them, to have meetings, to call people to come and join you. That's why it is called the APRC North Alliance Sport Meetings.
So you think your party's been targeted because President Barrow said you must be
targeted.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. If President Barrow is watching, perhaps we will get your message. Then you accused him of intimidating your supporters and sending police to arrest them. All right. Barrow is watching. We will hear from him. Mr. Badjan, he said something that's really concerned you. He said, well, we don't want to waste time on the name and the identification as to who is legally the APRC. But he said the fear they had in not going in any alliance with the NPP is what is happening now. You will eventually get swallowed and the party will die. He said the future of the party depends on both sides coming together by you abandoning your idea of going with the ruling party, because that will eventually end the APRC. And he's not alone in that view. Even outsiders believe that the APRC is a mighty force if they are together alone. That you people going to NPP actually help in dividing the party. Did you agree with him?
Thank you so much once again, Mr. Cham, and thanks to my colleague,
Mr. Colley, Councillor Colley.
Councillor Colley.
Matter of fact, it's the Councillor of Summit.
Councillor Colley, thank you so much. Unfortunately, I don't agree with him on that perception. I would like to start from the Badjan ward by-election that he made mention of. maybe unfortunately he was not on top of things, or some of them were not on top of things as far as our alliance agreement with the MPP was concerned.
On Bantanja?
Not only on Bantanja,
okay.
but when you come to, in terms of local government elections, there was a strategy that we planned, and we are working on that strategy, both the alliance partners, including APRC and NPP. For the Bantanja ward, that was Bondali constituency.
Yes.
And there are 2 wards.
Yes.
The other ward is Mayok ward, and the other one is Bantanja ward. On our strategic plan, we had APRC to contest for Mayok ward, and for the Bantanja ward to be contested by NPP. But the NPP ticket, but for the alliance partners. The APRC ticket, but for the alliance partners. So naturally, we allow, giving the rest is solely.
So you had an agreement that place will be contested by NPP.
By NPP. So based on that, if there was a demise of the sitting councillor, automatically the alliance was still ongoing. So we cannot just say that the empty seat will be contested by APRC.
Well, the councillor who passed away was an NPP.
No, it was then not an alliance.
Was a not
okay. Was not even not alliance.
It was an
independent. Yeah, I will come to that why I said this.
Yeah.
Was an independent candidate, independent councillor.
Okay.
Yeah. So based on our agreement, and the alliance was ongoing. We cannot just change it automatically to say that APRC will contest there. Hopefully, they.
So you mean NPP contested against that late councillor?
Quite well.
Okay.
NPP contested against the late councillor.
I see. So you maintain that arrangement?
Quite. It was a continuity. That's why it is.
I see.
To make clarity on that. Before going for that, to make another clarity on saying that when the 2021 election was coming, the National Executive Committee of APRC went round, but they were not able to tell people that why, the militants, that why we are going into alliance. Unfortunately, again, I believe, he was short of information. And most of those who don't really understand why into alliance, maybe they are on sort of information. On that note, I would like to use this platform to say that, in fact, the main purpose of going for a consultation tour was seek the opinion of voters of APRC and the sympathizers of APRC. What are we to do? But this was a follow-up of a resolution from a previous Congress of APRC, which was held in Bia. That was immediately after our seat, 2016 election. The one of the points that was discussed there and resolved by the Congress delegates that the National Executive Committee has the mandate not to decide, but to bring up a plan for APRC either to go solo or to ally with anybody, any party or institution. Which the National Executive strategized and believed that there was a need to do AOB. And the AOB, as Plan A and Plan B, that was propagated to the militants. And that was the result of that consultation tour before the 2021 elections. And this was in consultation with all the stakeholders all over the country. That's why the party leader and the National Executive took it upon themselves to go to all the 7 regions, including West Coast region. Yeah? Based on that, it was the outcome of that national consultation tour that the APRC believe this is the voice and the aspiration of the APRC militants and sympathizers to go into alliance. Yeah, but unfortunately, anyway, I cannot just say maybe he but I believe he's
let him exhaust it. Let him exhaust. Let him exhaust.
Yeah. I believe he was short of information, and in fact, I will blame him for that. But I think we will work on that so that for next one, as he rightly mentioned, we will come back together. I feel a bit uncomfortable if I see my brothers in this nature, actually, because I believe that we are of the same family. And he rightly mentioned when he came, he asked for me, where is Kerafata? I said, this is the place. In fact, I was really trying to support him to see how he can be able to park his motorbike. So this, relationship starts from distance. But nonetheless, another thing that what he was trying to say in relation to the government, seeing the government, as bad government, and we join them.
Yeah, he said the opposition joining the government that
you have been criticized as bad.
That has defeated your party. Not immediately after that you went to dine with that party.
Quite well. during our time, before, joining the NPP or before forming any alliance with NPP, the party leader and the chairman, before being as honorable speaker, have been saying this all the time. APRC under his leadership will be an opposition with difference.
Yes, sir.
And opposition with difference doesn't mean that, you see a system to be bad completely. Yes, other political parties or other political players may see the APRC government as a bad system, but we don't see ourselves as a bad system because we believe that there's never and never a complete bad system. And there's never and will never be a perfect system at all. Yeah? So based on that, we will maintain this status quo to serve as an opposition with difference. And the opposition with difference means we'll criticize when it's necessary and we'll applaud when due. And that's what we have been doing. And this is what we have been doing. And in fact, we have been consistent on this on this trend. Yeah? Based on that, we, the National Executive Committee, in consultation with the APRC militants and sympathizers, believe there was a need to cement our genes. And how do we do this? At that very moment, we believe that to go solo will be to our disadvantage. That's what we believe. But then, excuse me, but going into alliance, we can be able to cement the genes that we have put ahead as when we are in power, and which we did. And in fact, there's another advantage of going into alliance as far as APRC is concerned at that very moment. At that very moment, even if the circumstances prevail again, we will feel prudent to go into alliance again.
With the governing party.
With the governing party.
With
the governing party. If the same circumstances prevail.
What was the circumstances?
The circumstances that were prevailing, we believe that in fact the system was very hostile to APRC. And in fact, trying to run an institution doesn't mean force. It needs logic. It needs critical thinking.
Wasn't it
and that critical thinking that led us to form an alliance
with the governing,
with the president? Yes, but we believe that among the lot, they were the right partners that we can partner with.
You saw the opportunity. Isn't that you saw an opportunity that Mr. Barrow fell out with his people and he was lonely and he wanted support? You said, well, he has an opportunity for us to get him. Since he's the one who got the position and now he's needing support. So you had a marriage of convenience with him.
Not actually a matter of convenience.
Just because when he was with the UDP, it was unthinkable at the time for anybody to think that APRC will definitely partner with the governing party at the time.
I will let you know.
Mr. Barrow at the time.
I will let you know this for records. Even if and only if UDP change their status quo of approaching us and viewing us in
change their hostile attitude.
Quite well. We are ready.
Even now,
we are ready to align with anybody. But this should be in consultation with our party militants.
So even if the UDP changes their attitude towards the APRC,
and see the interest of the nation,
and your party people agree, you could still ally with them.
Why not? Why not? Because APRC.
What will you do with the NPP in that case?
No. As far as the alliance is concerned, APRC is going into alliance or will go solo when the party militants and sympathizers advise us at any level.
So you mean
based on that, our national interest first. That is in our manifesto and that is in our
constitution. So your problem with the UDP at the time was they were very militant and hostile towards the APRC at the time. There wasn't any way.
That was partly the reason.
But if they change that attitude now.
No, partly. I mean, that was partly the reason.
I know, partly.
But we are not, another aspect of it was, we believe that, UDP at that time, we are not focusing on the national interest.
They were out for revenge.
Quite well. And which we believe is not good for any country, for any revenge.
So you saw Mr. Barrow as somebody whose attitude was to stabilize the nation and put everybody together.
Very well. And which he has manifested. In fact, I will use the opportunity, yes, not necessarily that we are going into alliance with him, but he has done well for this country in terms of stabilizing this country.
He did well to not to allow revenge.
Extremely well. Not only revenge, but extremely to stable the political atmosphere of this country and its security wise.
Okay.
Yeah, he did so.
All right, so let's come to the. He mentioned also. Yes. Now I'm coming to him. He mentioned Mr. Badjan. His argument there was, his position is still now. If you there's still a room for you to come back, but never when you are in alliance with the NPP. He said because it doesn't make sense for the group that defeated you for you to continue to ally with that. I mean, that's what he said.
Again,
or he disagreed with the policies of the NPP, He said you cannot disagree with the NPP. You cannot identify yourself as opposition when you are whining and dining with them.
Yeah, again, I will respect his opinion, but I believe this is a different perspective from me in terms of understanding the policies of NPP. And in fact, sometimes it's difficult to really understand the policies of an institution when you are not on the table, in certain areas.
Okay.
Based on that, I believe, he's sort of understanding the policies of APRC to the core, because APRC, as I already mentioned, I will not talk of the junta when the junta came in, but when the people of the Gambia convinced the former president, His Excellency former President Jah to really, contest as a civilian. The reason why, because they believe that, he has set a trend, and Gambians believe that, at that moment, if he continue with that trend, there could be massive development for this country. And that's what happened. That's what happened. Yes.
Yeah.
With some negativities,
okay.
but this what happened. So based on that, we believe, forming an alliance with sitting government or with the ruling government, it doesn't mean that that ruling government that's on CTU, that system is completely bad.
Okay.
We believe at that moment in 2021, APRC believe the NPP, the good side outweighed the negative side. We believe joining together, we can be able to convince or try to influence the changing of that bad system,
even against the advice of the leader of that party, Jammeh, because he had said you shouldn't go there.
I think this somehow controversial, and I will let that one to be discussed later.
All right. Now, Mr. Nyang.
Yes.
You had these two brothers.
Yes,
my two brothers. Mr. Nyang, please let me allow you.
Got three brothers.
Yes. These are three brothers. But let me please buttress on this one. I will really do a sincere, unwarranted or on paid service to you. Please, I think you need to understand that Noto Alliance is not an institution. To my understanding up to today, you are not legally registered as a movement or as a political party. And not that the president is going on for them. It's the system.
Well, I said the president
that's what I want to make state. It's the system.
Well, he quoted the president said that they will soon be yes to alliance.
Yes, because the president was following the system, not necessarily the powers of the president. But it's the system.
So
for example,
I place them for them also to point the finger at the president. Because they had from him.
They may as the head of the government.
Of course, the president,
but it's not the president.
If they acted unlawfully.
Yes. Please allow me.
The president, you must qualify that. He said, if you act unlawfully, you will soon be
unlawfully.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
So that unlawfully,
I believe,
the president
as brothers, and
but they have the right also to point that they had this from the president.
Yeah, they had it from the president. Okay. They have the right to say they had it from the president.
Yes.
But let them understand that they are not a legitimate. They are not in a registered movement or political party. If they are to go for gatherings, they cannot use the name APRC, not Alliance. They are going. That may be somehow controversial in a sense. That alone can call for illegal actions to that aspect, because you are using a name that is not meant for you. For example, I'm Mr. Badjan, I'm Abdul. I cannot just call myself Ebrima Nyang. That's impersonation.
And you people have
So based on that, I believe you need to reframe that so that you can be able to best suit organize your gatherings or your whatever you want to do, so that to avoid certain things like that. I'm not saying that. Please, I'm not saying that. It's because that's why the police are it for you. But I believe what you are doing, it was illegal. To use the name of APRC, that was just impersonation. Thank you.
It's good you make that point, because at some point they accuse you people of influencing the government to go after them.
No, not necessarily. We see ourselves as brothers and sisters. I will tell you this. In fact, there are certain, just like how other people will criticize. There are certain, even within the APRC, who are criticizing the leadership of APRC. Why are they so much tolerant with the use of this, because even the last communique that they did by Mr. Halifa's Jaju, he used APRC Noto Alliance. You know, those communications were being spread by some people, some individuals.
So this APRC Noto Alliance
is illegal.
It's illegal.
No, it's illegal. So in fact,
Councillor Colley, you take note.
But you said there is no APRC Noto Alliance. There's no APRC Noto Alliance. So meaning, if you say APRC Noto Alliance, we are APRC.
No, you said you are not entitled to use.
APRC will say, okay,
You are not entitled.
And then they say it's not. So for them, it's the APRC. You see?
Okay, before I come to Mr. Nyang, there's one aspect that has been a bone of contention between the two of you.
Yes.
And that's the Yaya Jammeh factor. I mean, you didn't address that. The Yaya Jammeh factor now. I remember your pact with the NPP in 2021 was principally for the interest of Yaya Jammeh. That's what your people said. I mean, we did not know, we never got to know the content of the agreement, but it was said principally it was for the interest of Yaya Jammeh. If somebody asks you, how far have you gone in advancing the interest of Yaya Jammeh in that agreement now, what would be your reflection?
I would like to rectify this one, not principally for the interest of Yaya Jammeh.
Well, it was said that for the interest of Jammeh.
Yeah, it was part of it. His interest was there.
Yeah. So,
and
how far have you walked with that?
The process has started when it comes to steel, based on his own comments, and he has advised the leadership of APRC under the leadership of Honorable Fabakato Manjata to desist from discussion about his matters.
Oh,
yes, he has clearly said this.
Interesting. You have started walking.
Yes,
but Jammeh himself shoot himself at the foot.
Quite well.
By commenting against Barrow and other things.
Not necessarily commenting about Barrow and other things.
But
yes. In fact, that's
sarcastic things about Barrow.
Yeah, that could be another thing. But another level is, in fact, that's very correct. Look, I mean, could you remember? Let us call a spade a spade. When Jawara was in United Kingdom, and the people of PPP were working closely with the APRC government to facilitate the coming back of Jawara as a senior statesman in this country. If Jawara was making such comments, it would be detrimental to the process. That's quite clear. We are all human beings.
That was not Jawara's nature anyway.
This is it. That was it, not it. So based on that, that's what the leadership was advising Jammeh, the former president, to avoid such. And secondly, he made mention very clearly that, you know, the leadership of Fabakato, the Honorable Speaker, the Fabakato Manjata's team, they are traitors.
He said you can no longer represent him.
So if we say,
you couldn't work on his,
we can only work on that. So that means automatically we are disqualified to work on him.
I see. So you had really wanted to work on your promise to pursue his interests.
Very well.
But then he himself shot himself. And the whole process by starting to
we wanted
make comments.
We wanted to do that systematically, following legal processes. Not.
Let's go to Mr. I'll come to you. Mr. Nyang.
Yes.
You have allied with. Well, you were in fact. Mr. Kande, Honorable Kande used to be APRC.
Yes. And I'm proud APRC for that matter.
And later he went to. He joined with no alliance in 2021.
Yes. We came together.
Okay. So from listening to both sides, which side would you? I mean, the GDC would be keen to join now.
To join?
Yeah, if they go solo and they don't go with NPP, and these people are also on there.
No, having both of them together, I think that is going to be our key interest.
To have them both together.
Yes, we'll be very happy if we have APRC.
I like that.
Working with the GDC, we will be very happy on that.
You will jump. That will be an automatic ticket. You will jump on that.
I'm telling you, because we are fortunate that Kande was with both of we work with both of the APRC. That's Kande himself.
Kande was the first to betray the APRC.
So no, not necessarily betray Jah.
Somebody would say so.
No. He did not betray the APRC.
At a point, he has a different view.
Remember, he was expelled. He was expelled from the party because of his position.
Because he got rebellious. He got rebellious. He went to form another party.
No. That was before forming the party.
Maybe they suspected he was going to do that.
No, that wasn't.
So why was he expelled?
No, I know it has to do with term limit and other things that he was advocating for in the name of democracy.
That's where the problem
So
is.
exactly, yeah. So this was the problem, and he was expelled. But even with all that, he was trying to be very respectful towards the APRC, especially with his utterances. That's why even after when he left, when before the division, remember there was that cordial relationship. He attended one of your congress, and whenever they had their congress, they always invite the GDC. So we send representatives to go there, because Candace's understanding is, despite our difference, at least we should have a reason why we should come together. And you know, spending time in Kati, being their member of parliament for 10 years. And today, you know, it was on the APRC platform. That's why he is known. So, and he has to be grateful for that. And that's why he said he will never go into war with APRC, irrespective of what's happened. That's why it's very difficult, since the GDC was formed, to hear Honorable Kande going harshly against APRC. No, he can state the fact as it is in a more diplomatic way. But because this is what he believes. That's why it is very disheartening when you see other political parties, you know, parties that are divided. At the end of the day, it turned out to be a war, you know, among their members. And that should be the least to happen, because we should be grateful, especially to those that give us the opportunity, you know, because APRC was a platform, you know, was a platform that I can say that has contributed a lot towards who Honorable Kande is today. And, you know, and he has also contributed his quota towards APRC during his 10 years. So from there, when he left the APRC, that's why many APRC also decided to follow him. So that's why we are able to secure 89,000 votes. And that 89,000 votes, most of them were from the then APRC. So, you know, that's why my message to both is, let us try to, you know, despite our difference, because they don't believe in Barrow. For them, they believe in Barrow. And I believe both sides can respect their positions. So, because at the end of the day, we don't know what the future holds for both of them. And I believe the interest of the No to Alliance and both the APRC with Fabakari is for all of them to come together on the APRC banner. So, where the major talks will be, whether they will join the positions or they will welcome the positions of the APRC now. And I know that is going to be the problem. But if I should encourage the APRC, that is Fabakari, I will obviously encourage them to join the opposition so that we can remove them. That's going to be my call. Naturally. Because that's the position of the party. But with the way things is going, you know, let them be more diplomatic with their language. Let them know that even though there is this different, but they can sit and they can chat. Because remember, the main banner that joined both of them is the APRC. Because now they are with the APRC, as he stated, but they are not APRC, but they are not.
I find people who still believe that the APRC is the biggest party in this country. Somebody told us last, I said, but how is that possible? You have lost. He said, no, they are divided. But if they were one, they are bigger than UDP, they are bigger than NPP.
No, but that was before.
No, but he said,
no.
The man, I asked him whether he had gone out of his sense. He said,
yes.
No, I'm telling you that if they are one, they are bigger than even UDP, he said. He said, okay, look at how many people were in the coalition of 2026. He said 8 parties. And they could only beat APRC for 18,000 votes.
Yes.
And he told me if the APRC were together up to now, he said no force can beat them. That's his logic.
No, that is if they were together.
If you hear comments like that, wouldn't that motivate you to come together?
No, that is from 2016.
And Mr. Colley.
Remember, we have good numbers of APRC that are not with Fabakari now and that are not with No Ali.
Where are they? They got the UDP?
Yes, some of them are with the GDC, some of them are NPP, some of them are with other parties. As you know, that must be respected.
Councillor Colley, I don't think that's the case.
But you know, that's always a fact.
I know.
Any party likely to join the incumbent, you know, these are certain realities that you should live with. Because remember, that party always have edge over you. And even today, if any other political party decide to join either is UDP or any other political party, you must be very strategic to avoid that. But at one point, know that the ruling party will have edge over you. But you must try to be more strategic to see how best you can be more visible before the public. But in most cases, you know, money plays a lot when it comes to our politics. And yes, and indeed, when you join a ruling party, you know, financially they are more stable than you. there are a lot of activities that you will want to carry. At one point, you will need their backing, because here they are calling for collaboration. So in that collaboration, there are certain things, they are the one that can make it easier for you. But remember, most people, they end up seeing the incumbent or the ruling party over those that join them. Because remember, if I have a problem now, if I should go to Fabakari, maybe if Fabakari cannot solve the problem, Fabakari will prefer to meet the president. And indeed, the president will solve the problem. So before going to Fabakari, why not let me just go out to the president's street? So most of the time, that is understanding. That's why you barely see people joining the parties that join the ruling party. People prefer to join the ruling party than those that have allies with the ruling party.
I see.
Yes, because, before the
state machinery,
yes.
exactly. Closer to state machinery.
Yeah, exactly. And these are the facts. These are the facts. So, and it must be agreed in any negotiation. So not necessarily want to succumb to it. But, these are realities that always happen.
GDC, there was a time, there was a wild rumor that you might be talking to the NPP. There were even reports that Kande meeting Barrow over a possible alliance. Was that true?
No. That wasn't true, but it was unfortunate. It was peddled by almost all the media houses. So I was called, more than 100 times on this.
Yeah.
So, but
there was a meeting.
No.
There wasn't any meeting.
No.
No face-to-face meeting with Mr. Barrow and Mr.
No. There was nothing
State
sort of that. I'm telling you. I can tell you that for free. Because even when I called Honorable Kande about this, his response was, if it is possible for me to be given the vice president without my knowledge, then maybe it might happen. Because what I understand...
You said he demanded to be vice president. And
no,
Mr. Barrow would not agree.
No. This is what people were writing, that Honorable is going to be given the vice position, the vice president position, he is going to be given the foreign affairs position. They already created positions for Honorable Kande, when he doesn't even aware of what is going on.
But
this was his response.
There's no fire or smoke without fire, or fire without smoke.
No, do you know the major problem that they have? Remember, when Kande came in 2016, I think Kande was among the first opposition party leaders to visit President Barrow to discuss issues with him.
Yes.
So because to him, he believed that whenever he has the opportunity to meet the president, and whenever he has a project that he knows that he cannot execute it as an opposition, he must take it to the president. Now it's left to the president and his team to decide whether they are going ahead with it or they are not going ahead with it. Because he believed that despite their difference, remember, he's the head of state.
Yeah. And
there are certain things he's the one in position to do it, not him. So Kande can meet President Barrow on different things to be discussed. Different from APR, different from GDC.
So they met.
And yes, different from GDC and NPP.
So they met
several times.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Several times, but not on coming together.
Talking to join.
No, to coming together. No, Barrow has never called Honorable Kande.
On that account.
No, it has not happened. But others are free to make their try, like the ministers, and other people. They also have that right, to approach him that we want you to come and work with us, which is very possible. And some of them, they are also doing the same thing. Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's left to the party to decide where we are going.
Mr. Barrow could not understand how people from his own backyard are the most biggest opponent of him. He said, other leaders, people who come from, like, for example, Jame people from, Foni.
Yes.
They were almost certainly, Japanese loyalists.
No, then
he couldn't understand people coming from his backyard.
Then Barrow is very unfair with Honorable Kande. Remember, Kande was the first son of Jimara to came with a political party, to establish a political party when he was with the UDP. Did he think in that line? Oh, no, he did not.
He should have abandoned his UDP and go to join.
Yeah, indeed. But he did not think in that line. So I think it's very fair. We can even sometimes in the same household, you have people supporting different political parties. Yeah, but let us just let it be much.
But at least he was the one who got he got the final prize.
But even after securing the final prize,
there might be NP and stuff like that, party leader. But he got the presidency, so it's only natural that you guys recognize that. Okay, one of us has now got the presidency, so there's no need now. Let's support it.
Yes, but even after securing the biggest prize, he never engaged Honorable Kande. He never engaged the GDC. Rather, he was going round to attack the GDC leader. This is what he was doing in 2017 during the parliamentary elections. He said a lot of bad things about the GDC and our leader. Yes. And remember when we won the 2018 local government election, Barrow was the first to arrest our own people for celebrating.
Did he do that?
Yes, he did that. He did that.
Allegedly.
I'm telling you. No. He did that because, he could have done something at that time. What is wrong with winning a seat and going out to celebrate? And remember, all these people were arrested, including
celebrating behind his back. Nobody will allow that.
But we won the Julangel war. That is his own war. And he could not digest that.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, our people and with other elderly people were arrested. So Alaji Sow, that is our former MP. He was going to court. Yes, he is back full time. He is full-fledged GDC.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Interesting. Mr. Colley, you disagreed with something. What are you talking about?
Yes, first and foremost, I want to thank my brother. He has brought something very interesting here. When it started from the junta era, coming back to APRC time, 22 years, and also made mention of development brought by this government. And I'm very happy that I, heard him talking about that one, and that is the fact.
The Jammeh government.
Yes, Jammeh
development.
Yes, and then one thing he also said, when they are going for alliance, they do not go for alliance only for the interest of themselves, but the interest of the country, because they realized that Barrow already it was stabilizing the country.
Yeah, it was more.
Yes, that is also the fact.
It was more good
now,
but
I still go back to what I said. What one has to be one of the reasons why we do not go for alliance with the APRC, with the MPP. Sorry, and I will still call him. Please, if you go back, let him call his people together and let them come back. Let them abandon the MPP and come back. Let's do together. Let's be together, and then we unseat Barrow from his position. Now, one thing that he said the APRC brought development, but I don't think, and I stand to be corrected, whether the MPP they recognize those development brought by the APRC right now. Yes, they are in alliance, and they are, whether MPP like it or not, the APRC for Bakari helped them in securing that seat for Barrow. So now, whether Barrow is recognizing these people brought development to this country, that is my doubt. Why? One, because we have seen a lot of activities being done here, and those activities, the APRC development is part of it. But nobody have never mentioned or thanked the APRC for at least playing a part on that. For example, I'll start from, let's look at for OIC, when the OIC project was here. The MPP took the ownership of that OIC and then everything to be Barrow government. They have never once mentioned that the OIC started with the APRC of Jah. For me, I have never heard that one. And secondly, we have seen Barrow MPP, I don't know, one of their rally, I don't know whether it's around this combo, is where he mentioned of this loan scheme of women loan scheme for MPP loan scheme. But categorically said, one of the criteria that will be used for you to qualify to get what you have to obtain an MPP membership card for you to be able to get that. I asked myself, where did he put his alliance, the APRs that help him to secure that seat that he is enjoying? Because if you come up with that and say this is only, you only get it when you have an MPP card. So then our worry is still coming back, because looking at the poverty of this country, even if you are APRC, you will go and obtain the MPP's membership card for you to be able to enjoy that money. We also heard him where he said in one of his speeches that for you to be able to be sponsored for scholarship, still the same trend. You have to be an MP. You have to hold an MPP membership card. And this is a government. This is a president. This is a party leader that is supported by the APRC and others. And those people have never been put. I said, I stand to be correct. I have never seen where they put and said, okay, for you to get that loan, you have to be the MPP or else, or you are from the alliance. It has not been
a member of the MPP Grand Alliance.
So it's always MPP. So for us, we are seeing it even of recent, the OMVG. Yeah, nobody can dispute that the OMVG started since Jammeh's time. Now
No,
this
they already actually started
from Jawara's time,
Jawara's time.
but now all
Jawara
this
established.
inauguration he is doing, there's no single place where he stood and then said, okay, we thank the former government for doing so and so and so, and that former government alliance and supporters are with him, but he never do that. So still we are seeing it. For him, whatever he's thinking of is MPP. He's only using the APRC for him to be able to secure the seats that he won from there, and then just pick 1, 2, or 3 from their leaders and give them position. And then their speeches will also always, determine that or clarify that or give you that clarity that this is what, because they will only say, you not alliance, you stay there. For our leader is there, is the speaker. What are you? Our ex is this. What are you? So when they talk about the position that they secure from Barrow's government, but not what the government is doing. So this is some of the reasons. That's why I said it's better if you recognizing those developments brought by APRC. As he mentioned here that they brought many development, because I have never seen in any of the platform where he spoke and then say this former government did this and that. I'm not saying let him say Yaya Jammeh, because to mention Yaya Jammeh for them is a taboo. No problem, it's a taboo. But then one thing that I also want to put because he mentioned about Bantanjan in politics. Anybody who don't have the interest of his area, what the Englishman will say, if you are not a parochial enough to do, because a politician, you have to be parochial. Where you came from, you have to get the interest of that area. Now, if nobody can dispute and tell you that the AP as a stronghold is in Fonyi, the reason why Jimara, when the GDC won the other set and the MPP, it doesn't go well with it, because they know that is the place where their president is. It's not going to be easy for somebody to come and win. Now, what I'm saying here is, Bantanjang, whether it's in Bantanjang, whether it is with, we believe if these people to contest the election, and they believe this is the APRC is in existence, then the MPP should not come and overshadow them in that area.
Okay.
So that is, and they started it and it's coming. And our fear is still, we are realizing that. So that is why I still call him and say, let him call his people, let them come together. I know they will start saying the I don't know how they describe us, the factors, I don't know.
Did not allow.
Did not allow the factors. I don't know. I don't know how they
defectors.
Did not allow the factors. And they will also always call us and say, come, let's come together. I always say, no, sometimes you misplace word. You can only tell somebody, come, if the person leave where he is and went to somewhere. And want him to come back, ask him to come.
So who among you went to?
They went to Barrow. We stand on a natural position. So we should be the one calling them to tell them, come back. But they should not be calling us come, because we are still at our point position.
Okay. Good point. He made a point that, he had always said that your alliance is going to kill the APRC.
Yes.
He said, you acknowledge some developments, achieved by Jammeh's regime. But then you are whining and dining with the NPP, who found it difficult even to recognize, or to appreciate or even publicly acknowledge those developments wherever they went. He said, for example, and also he said there is a marginalization in the alliance. Barrow or the NPP recently launched a they call it Women's Empowerment Revolving Fund. But then they insisted that only women who are members of the NPP would benefit. He said if they care for a coalition, partners such as yours, they would have said coalition partners. So he said this is one example of how they're killing your party and your partners. Are you agree with it?
Again, I will.
And you are an expert in loan management, in micro, how do they call it? Microfinance.
Yes, that's my area. My area is microfinance, empowerment.
And that it should have been a national one, or rather, perhaps if they're going to be politically, if it's really meant for politics, then they could have said alliance, members of the NPP alliance.
Quite well. He made mention of a few points, but I think we can start from this women empowerment on.
Do you think he's not right that the NPP forget about it or marginalized?
No, I believe he got it wrong. Yeah, my brother got it wrong. Councillor Colley got it wrong.
But we have that. NPP women fund. That's correct. We have that.
No. Let me get it straight.
Okay.
When this fund was being launched at the NPP National Bureau, the president made it very clear that let the alliance members really have this understanding and believe that this funding is for the entire alliance.
He said that.
He said it very clearly.
That is for the
He
alliance.
even advised, he went further to advise the alliance members not to listen to other side of the story.
Like his story.
Anyway, yeah, part of
Like
it.
what he said.
That's what he
No,
said.
this is the story.
Yeah.
It's already been said
But,
that
but,
you
but it's
must
already
take.
Is it?
but
No,
maybe,
but
I
yes.
don't
the
know, the
president made
president
this.
might have said
He said it.
might have said it, but then
Not actually
definitely-
might have said.
No, must have
definitely he
said
did
it.
say that people who wanted, people have to be NPP holders of cards. That was
Mr. Cham, logically, this is just simple. For example, if I'm speaking now in the capacity of Administrative Secretary 2 of APRC, I will address my party militants and I would love it to be loud and clear, APRC,
I see.
very clearly. Now, the president, he was not in that capacity as the president. He was in that capacity as the Secretary General of National People's Party, NPP. He must automatically address his party militants as NPP. However, when the fund being launched at the NPP National Bureau, he made it very clearly, very loudly, that the funding is for the whole entire alliance members.
Okay.
He made it very clearly, and he even went further to advise us. In fact, what was very interesting there was our national women mobilizer. Our national women mobilizer was there to speak on behalf of the alliance partners. For the women wing.
Jifanga.
I said to Jifanga. And he made it very clear that let the alliance members, especially the women's wing, understand that this fund is for the nation, is for the alliance partners. So that alone, that has made the APRC in particular to be very proud and to really feel that we are part and parcel of it.
Oh, you heard that, Mr. Colley.
Very clearly.
The president told them there that
I still down because I've not
the
seen
records are there.
anywhere where it mentioned.
I
I
will
doubt.
not dispute to that. In fact, the records are there. He can go back to the records. But I will say this one very clearly. The president made it very clearly.
it's for the alliance.
And secondly, I would like to say this: the NPP, the president of the Republic of the Gambia, and the party secretary general of NPP really respect this alliance. There's not
Well,
a single,
recently-
one moment,
recently-
one moment, please. There was not a single moment that our party leader and chairman, Honorable Speaker Alhaji Fawakato Mojata, request to have an audience with the president in his capacity as the party leader of APRC for the appointment to be adjourned. Not as in his capacity as speaker, that's separate, but as the party leader of APRC, there was not a single moment that the appointment will be adjourned.
That's the president. But we had you.
Now, so based on that, we believe that him being the party secretary general really respect APRC and he really recognize the efforts of APRC, and he has really recognized and manifested that the impact of APRC for the 2021 election has been alluded by Councillor Colley.
He said you basically help him to get this.
No, we don't help him. Not necessarily we help him. When you say help,
He said.
we don't help. We
What have we done?
contribute. We contribute our
Us,
quota.
okay, you contributed for him to get that.
We
money.
contribute our
Okay.
quota. And our quota to contribute was to make sure that the alliance candidate wins the election with the help of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And which we did massively. And in fact, me particularly, I can tell you this, almost about 2 months or almost about 65 days, I was in the NPP bureau working in alliance at the West Coast region for the 2021 elections. The records are there. So we contributed immensely for the alliance candidate to win. And that's what we agreed to. And that's what we know we vie for. So, and we are following the advice of our party leader and chairman. And for that being the case, our party leader and chairman always emphasize this, and always been emphasized recently by our national coordinator, that's General Bakar Jete. It's a trust and confidence.
But we have had Bakso himself
Yes.
complaining about attitude of NPP members in terms of disrespect.
Yes,
Not the president,
actually,
but
in any association.
recently Hamad Bao,
No.
he said.
No, anyway,
So-
I'll not talk about Honorable
No, you
Ahmad
talk
Ba.
about
I will not discuss about Honorable Ahmad Ba for that being the case.
No, but he
I'll
talked about
talk
respect for alliance.
Yeah, I was.
He said the president gave Malan, but members of the NPP did not. Bakso even said that.
Okay.
Your own Bakso.
No, Bakso don't speak
He's-
against
he's-
the alliance.
No, he
No,
said,
one moment.
No,
No.
I'm talking about. He said he always made comments about people in NPP disrespecting members or not giving them their cordial respect. He said that.
then the phrase has verified itself.
Of course, the president always
is the militants.
Yes.
Is the some of the militants.
Yes,
and
even said the militants.
Yes, if I can qualify this, some of the militants.
Even
and that's natural in any alliance or any coalition or any grouping. Different groups comes together. You have different way of thinking. You have different objectives sometimes, individually. But when you come to the general goal of both APRC and NPP and the entire alliance, our general objective is to make this country stable for prosperity. And that's what we are doing. So individual differences, that's bound to happen. That's bound to happen. Even now, see, me and Honorable Colley, Councillor Colley, yes, they are not in APRC alliance, but time often we agree on certain terms.
Okay.
So the same thing, we may disagree, but that doesn't mean that the general goal and objective, we are not seeing that. The vision is for this country, and this is stipulated in our constitution and in our manifesto of APRC. We must see the Gambia first as APRC militant.
Very good.
You see country first, then the rest comes after that.
All right, gentlemen, now...
I said this, that he mentioned development, and I asked him whether this MPP recognized those developments.
Yes.
And if yes, how?
Yes.
How they recognize that
this
2022 APRC brought this development and they are recognizing?
Let me say this. Not necessarily that the MPP. I could remember that was it 2 months ago, we went for, it was a program at Salado Caraba Conference Center. That was organized by International Idea. In one of the documents that we are there to ratify, they mentioned that empowering women starts in 2017. I was representing APRC.
Yes.
And which I disputed that.
Yeah.
I said
there was Peggy and others.
This is it.
Started in
Jambia's time.
Yeah.
I could fully remember the Maputo Convention.
Yeah.
That was in Jambia's time. And that convention, that document was one of the international documents that is highly respected.
Yeah,
and that was Jambia's time.
CEDAW.
And in fact, that was very well appreciated by many, including the former vice president, who was against, who is against APRC. The former vice president is Madam Fatoumata Tambaja. In fact, she uploaded it, said, yes, in fact, it cannot be just 2017.
Yeah.
It need to go back. In fact, she also agreed that, it need to go far beyond 1996 to Jawara's time, because, she was part of that. So these are certain developments that we believe, we recognize them. But, there are certain institutions that are young. They don't want to follow history, but in fact, they just believe to follow the distorted story.
I mean, there is a need for people to understand that governance is a continuous process. All right. That's why it's also nice. But you often had PPP or President Barrow himself said, I did more than Jammeh and Jawara combined.
Right.
He said that.
Yes, he do say that.
People said he should be a little bit more humble, avoiding that kind of things. You don't agree?
Yeah.
Because it's a development. It's a continuous process.
I may agree partly, but I believe that's it's related.
It's politics.
No, not politics.
It's politics.
It's on paper.
Okay.
That's it.
So
that's it. Because, for example, when
he was right to say he did better than Jammeh and Jawara.
Not
greater things than them combined.
Not better, differently.
Well, he said
I will use differently. Yeah, I will use differently.
Even in 4 years, he developed 4 years more than even Jammeh.
I will use differently.
That's true.
Yeah, I will use differently.
He said he did better than them.
Anyway, I don't agree with better.
Bigger than them.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with bigger things.
Even in Fonyi, he built roads there.
He said it.
I believe in
it was
difference.
re-echoed by the former NAM for Bondali in the meeting. He also came and started saying that what Barrow said here is true. Jammeh did not do anything here. That was Kadi Kamu.
But true, he did.
So you see, I see about what I'm saying.
Let's talk about that. When it comes to roads, he did more things in Fonyi than Jammeh.
Quite well.
That's true.
That's quite.
Which roads?
Barrow, the roads are there, the compound side.
Quite well.
You know that.
And they are ongoing.
No, it is.
That's quite. That's good. That's quite.
It's
and even in terms of electricity, in fact,
it's one thing
that are on.
But then,
Electricity is concerned.
how far
You might say, okay,
I saw a road around.
You might say, okay,
wait until rainy season to go there. They will go back.
You might say, okay, Barrow, just be a little humble. Yeah, okay, you have done great. But when it comes to things like that, he's right.
He's very right.
He's right.
To be honest. Differently, he did something different. That's right.
And there are places where they do not exist. That's true. I mean, I was with the PPP here. They were trying to say all what he's doing is foundations are laid by PPP. That's true. But there are roads, built today. They were not existent before.
That's
In
right.
Fonyi.
No, in across the country.
No, you mentioned Fonyi. So I want you to.
Yes.
Yes.
I may not know the roads, but road authorities said they put up roads and projects there that were not done on the job.
Where? In Fonyi.
We'll come to that.
Mention one.
I'll get the NPP people. They will come with.
No, not tell you because those who are not existing.
Okay, they will come here. They will give.
the
They will give you developments.
Actual fact, we are not seeing also. I only saw one road, and what I'm telling you, that road. Wait until rainy season come. He'll borrow himself and go back there.
That's not a road. That's a land.
Because
Another thing,
that road is-
another thing, Councillor
you cannot
Colley,
even call it a
Councillor
road.
Colley, please let me say this, Mr. Chairman, with your permission. The Women Enterprise Fund, the Women Empowerment Fund, the Women Enterprise Fund is within the Gender Ministry. The Women Enterprise Fund,
That's different from the NPP.
yeah, it's different. The MPP one, the Alliance one, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, let me say it. The Alliance one is Women Empowerment Fund. But the one at the ministry is Women Enterprise Fund.
Yes.
Okay. As we speak now, our women mobilizer, Ajaratu Jifanka Jaju, is working with all her sectors in terms of making preparations to see them qualified for this funding.
Which one? The one with the government or the one?
No. The Alliance Fund.
The Alliance Fund.
The Alliance Fund. So we are on top of things. In fact, I'm in the picture. I'm part of the administration.
You are a specialist in
Yes,
that.
I'm so please be rest also that
Before-
even the not
Before 2021 election,
Yes.
it happened on governor's office. In fact, I was even pinned down on that day to make sure that I work on our women, bank account until I have to finish it within 2 days. Because the message came that women, any women CAFO without a bank account cannot benefit that. But that was around 2020 going to 2021. We did everything. We opened an account. Still, that account is. I don't know whether it's dormant now.
There you go. Okay, Mr. Nyang.
Yes.
Finally, each of you will have. What's your forecast on president elections coming December? The NPP is saying that it's an outright victory. The opposition said, well, the theory is that if they come together, they can stop it. But if they go solo, individually, no single party can stop the NPP. What do you think of that?
Yes, we are very positive that the outcome is going to come in the favor of the oppositions, most especially with the GDC.
That's your wish.
Yeah. But this is what we are working
But realistically, what's
towards. And I would have been very surprised if Barrow did not say that they will win outright. I would have been very surprised because that's what we expect from him.
No,
to
but
say.
he can be sure.
So
His side is intact. No quarrels, no this thing. But you people are quarrel among them.
No. But you just
You have
mentioned.
reason to believe.
No, you just mentioned NRP here. Ahmad Ba over there, complaining.
But Ahmad Ba did not say he not support Ba.
No, yeah, he did not say that, but he also said something that is very important, that his own very people are being disrespected.
Yes, he said.
And the same thing also, even their national youth. Is it national youth mobilized? I don't know national
He
youth.
said.
Pipe, what?
Yes,
Yes, I had Pipe in one of the interviews with Start FM. Pandey. He was also complaining bitterly about those things.
So do you foresee? Foresee those alliance members breaking up with the NPP?
No, but if such continues, remember, they are into alliance to be respected, but not to be disrespected or to be downplayed. And what
But at
Pipe
least
was...
President Barrow respect them. They both said President Barrow give them total respect.
No, but it's not all about President Barrow. But remember, they are working with the people of the president of the president. So if those people cannot accord them with the respect that they deserve, do you think they will have that convenient working environment where both of them can come together, work positively? That's going to be a problem. So I believe this is something that should be addressed, not only by those that are complaining, but by the president himself. Because with what Ahmad complained, the expectation was for the president to address this. What APRC also are complaining is for the president to come out and address this. Because Pa Ibu said, even to a certain extent, they will go and consult the No to Alliance people. Yes, I am telling you that, the APRC with Fabakari, they don't have enough people. So majority are with you. So, those things are not what to be saying. Especially looking at some people, looking at the APRC that are with you, making everything possible for Barrow to win 2026 or, has contributed positively in Barrow securing second term. So what we believe that is let them stick, but let them also stick with the respect that all parties deserve, which is very important. But one thing that I know, we are very positive heading towards 2026. The main objective that we are calling for is let us forget about our difference. Let us see what can unite us together, to come together so that we can have one candidate that is going to be against President Barrow in 2026. And if that happens, it is more guaranteed to remove President Barrow.
Colley,
So we are very positive.
what is your forecast for the political landscape?
I know it's going to, it's not going to be pleasant with MPP alliance, but I know
They will be defeated.
at the end of the day they will be defeated.
How
Because
can that be
I know Gambian people will not allow this country to be ruled again the next 5 years by this current government. No, there's no way.
But how?
No matter what, going to be, we still have time. We still have time, and let nobody discourage. We still come together, as they also said. I saw their trick every day. They will be putting on Facebook, people cross carpet, but that's normal. It's very normal cross carpeting, and this one people, sometimes just they are overwhelmed with issues, and they come until they have to make errors on there, because I know they are just desperate to get people. But my last word, I'll still go back to my brother. Let them go back and APRC sit and know that where they are, facing, and what they are. Let me put it in this way. I know their aim and objective is, according to him, is to develop this country and stabilize this country, and to make sure that Gambian people live as one, and all lot of things that they have already put together before they went in for that alliance. But is that happening? No, it's not happening. So let them sit together and say, hey, look, let's go back and we remove this government. This government is not good for us, and it's not good for anybody.
There you go, Mr. Badjan, you don't agree with that. What your final word? How do you see the political landscape? It's a long way to go. You politicians said even a week is a long time in politics.
Quite well. I would like to say big thanks to the National Executive Committee of APRC for giving me the privilege to come and represent the party here under the leadership of my party chairman and leader, Honorable Speaker Alhaji Fabakoto Manjata. However, the administrative secretary he's my immediate boss, entitled me to come and...
Who's that?
Councillor Mullah. Yes, he's my immediate boss. I really appreciate him. And in fact, he gave me the opportunity to showcase whatever I can do. But the bigger thanks goes to the APRC militants across the board, with both nationals and who are staying here in the Gambia and in the diaspora, more especially our UK branch, the US branch, and the EU branch.
You still have strong branches in the...
Very well, and we have care persons who are very vibrant. And I mean, we are saying big thanks to them, and please, the entire National Executive Committee of APRC, the trust and confidence that we are trying to build is the trust and confidence that the party militants have in the party leader and with his leadership, and that's the trust and confidence that we will maintain. And please, for the viewers, out there, the party militants all over the country, just ready immediately after Ramadan, the party leader and the National Executive are coming there to really seek for their trust and confidence in the party leadership, and that's for sure we will come. But before I will end, I would like Mr. Nyang, Honorable Nyang. Sorry for that, for Mr. Nyang, Honorable. Thank you so much for your wise words, and in fact, I really appreciate all of you. Councillor Colley, thank you so much. I still see some form of APRC integrity in you. So please, hopefully, maybe together. And in fact, I would like to say this. One of the vibrant youth mobilizer, national youth mobilizer in this country for any political party is my national youth mobilizer.
Who's he?
Okay. Yes, he may say, I may not dispute with him what Honorable Nyang said, but I know his focus is APRC, and APRC is for national development.
Okay.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Abdou Badjan is the Administrative Secretary number 2 of the APRC. Ebrima Nyang, Administrative Secretary number 1 of the GDC, and Councillor Ebrima Colley of Summit Ward. Essa, Councillor Essa Colley of Summit Ward is an executive member of No to Alliance. Thank you very much, gentlemen, for being on the brunch and sharing your perceptions on Gambian politics and your parties, for that matter. Thank you very much. The brunch will be back next week, inshallah. Goodbye for now. Thank you.
Jah Oil ñoom ñoo jiitu si wàllum jaay essence si biir réew mi te ñu def ko warugal pour kontaan loo suñu client yi borom moto yi ak driver yi seen jaaxare jeex na léegi pour am essence bu baax ak njëg bu yomba lii sax moo tax ñu amal leen banxaas fépp si biir réew mi pour essence bu baax bu set benn place rek la muy Jah Oil soo soxlae essence bu set essence bu baax gasoil wala kérosine naa la wax ne Jah Oil rek mooy jëmukaay ga doxantul rek si bépp banxaasi Jah Oil nga am si bànneex ak Jah Oil seen bànneex mooy suñ taxawaay moo tax ñu amoon leen banxaas bépp si biir réew mi nim gën a yombee pour yow ak suñ liggéeykat yu xarañ yi naa la won ne mbégte rek nga see jël pour am essence bu baax pour say machine fenn place rek la mooy sa Jah Oil ak Jah Oil bànneex kese la moo tax sax suñ station si nekk ca Costa Road ak Banjul wàññil nañ leen njëgi essence bi foofu noonu pour am si lu leer mun ngaa call si 770 8080 322 9070 714 7273 wala 787 1321 Jah Oil, the pride of the nation.
Traveling has never been this simple in the Gambia. Oh yes, you don't need to visit the GTSC depot just to get a ticket. Just download the Yona Wallet app today and enjoy hassle-free bookings. With Yona Wallet, you can buy your GTSC bus ticket right from your phone, anytime, anywhere. From Kanifing to Dakar, Dakar to Banjul, or upcountry routes like Kanifing to Basse and Basse to Banjul, Yona Wallet has you covered. No queues, no stress. Just safe, fast, and convenient ticketing at your fingertips. Choose comfort. Choose convenience. Choose GTSC with Yona Wallet. Yona Wallet. Your money, your way. GTSC. Moving the nation forward. For more information, please call 1124 or 221-1668.
Jamano Money Transfer Bureau de Change, your go-to option when it comes to money transfer. With Jamano, you can send money from anywhere in the world to your family and loved ones in the Gambia and be sure the funds will be delivered to them within the shortest time possible. For your convenience, funds sent through Jamano Money Transfer can be picked from all the banks and multiple other financial institutions, including Ajib Bank, Trust Bank, GT Bank, Mega Bank, Basic Bank, Reliance Financial Services, and Approved Services. Visit our head office at Bruceby opposite AfricMed next to Trust Bank Limited or email us at info@jamanomt.com. You can as well call us on 310-3050 or 310-3051 or yet still 733-0688. Our opening hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Monday to Saturday and 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Sunday. Jamano Money Transfer, your most trusted money transfer service where customer satisfaction is paramount. When you think of a simple, fast, and reliable money transfer, think Jamano Money Transfer.
Agada.
Mbijan aganya.
Albaka.
Mbaka important.
Yo, nga transfer la sto.
Ya transfer la.
Ha, code nyingi.
Okay. What's that? Nsila ID soto.
Ah, that's sorry.
agada
Badjan bro
alba
mbaka
bara Allah service o tariya
mbale
ko ki janna nun kono bara tariya
jannom yona forest de bureau Gambia tonkon nano mbali ya bere birin koyna fo kato
bari si kodo kino kato nim fo bolon labe
56 branches mola sota Gambia jam
ha
Gambia kono ani Gambia bantala bankol nko kodo kiya bere kodo sifa fo falindiro fo nyaadi lafta memmen na kodi to poto nin kodi maraw jannom number 1 ti nyonta andum fana nata anoda enterprise sotale wolam nyindi ko domorol fana kol fana be firale de dadi man domorol dil fana be teata Gambia dawda yalo ngam fa kendol sotale je
wo moyo diat
apelenta
baraka ni lafta nyelan kendol e bina
yalo bu kanila ko la baraka ba
yalo ndel ciosano lo
baraka